So we'll learn about rainwater harvesting. Now what does rainwater harvesting means is to save water which is falling on the earth's surface. Normally what happens to this water, a very small portion of the water is absorbed by the ground into the soil, right? And what happens to the rest of the water? The rest of the water is it runs away. It's There's a surface runoff and the water goes and meet into the river and ultimately into the sea, so the water cannot be stored. But when we're doing rainwater harvesting, it means the storing of the rainwater and then utilizing it later. That is exactly what we mean harvesting. We're conserving and trying to manage the water, right? Now look at the diagram. If you look at the house, on the top the rainwater, like the rain is normally falling everywhere, it is falling on the roof. So this water that collected on the roof comes down from a pipe into a small tank. Can you see? Then this water chamber, there is another pipe which leads down, right, to the aquifer. Okay, and you can also see a hand pump. So this is a rainwater harvesting. So when we save the water, rainwater, we refer it to as rainwater harvesting. This particular is called, if you look at the diagram from the house till the water chamber, that is basically we call it as rooftop rainwater harvesting. And when this water chamber is further linked to the aquifer or the hand pump, that means it is recharged through hand pump. Now why do we need to do it? Now see, rainwater harvesting is important to meet the increasing demand of water, because the population is increasing, so the demand for water is also increasing. Then to control wastage of rainwater, so that a lot of water is not wasted away. All the water that is falling on the earth's surface, yes, that is not getting seeped, yes, into the ground, and it is not recharging underground water table. That is why rainwater harvesting is important. Next, to avoid flooding of road, you must have seen in the rainy season some low lying areas, it becomes so messy, muddy. Yes, you will usually find puddles here and there, right? So there's no flooding on the roads, and also for utilizing this water later, because we know that rain is the purest form of water, right? So the rainwater that you're harvesting can be purified and used for drinking as well as cooking purpose. Understood, na? So that's the main point, right? Now if you look at this diagram, the rooftop rainwater harvesting, you will find that all the water which is getting collected on the top of the roof, right, it's called rainwater mechanism. It's called catchment. That means the surface which is receiving the rainwater directly. So it can be a terrace, it can be lawn, open ground. Here it is the terrace. Now can you see a pipe which is coming down? We call this conduits. Now these conduits are pipelines which carry the rainwater from the catchment, that is the terrace, to the rainwater harvesting system, that is the tank. Clear? Now water storage facility. Storage facility is basically, you can see here the tank, collection tank, that is it. Now in this diagram you will have seen additional sand filtration. Why sand filtration done? So that a little bit of impurities that can be filtered. Understood? It's not compulsory, but in some houses they make it so that the water collected is much better, right? Now below the storage tank you have recharge facility. Can you see that the recharge well? If the water in the tank is collected and now the tank is overfilled, what will happen to that extra water? It will go into the recharge well. Understood? And ultimately to the underground water level. Can you see that the recharge well is connected? So in this way it is the water harvesting mechanism. You will be able to follow it. It's very nicely given in your book, page 129, with a good diagram. Clear? Now Tamil Nadu is the first state in India and the only state where rainwater harvesting, rooftop rainwater harvesting, has been made compulsory by the government, the state government. So any house which needs to get constructed, first of all, whenever you're getting the plan passed for constructing your house, it must contain a roof water rainwater harvesting plan. If that is not there, the government does not passes the whole plan, it does not approves. So what is the need? The need is that when you are trying to invest lakhs of money to make a house, you must spend a few thousands to conserve water because it will be for lifetime. So Tamil Nadu in India is the only state so far where this has been made compulsory, right? Now, there are many other ways in which this rainwater harvesting is done. It's called by different names in different parts of the India, like Johad in central India. Now, when we're talking about Johad, what is it? It's a common area. Like, you can see it's Haryana, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, all these states. It's a place where purpose for drinking for human and cattle. Tankas that you have, right? These tankas, they call it in arid areas of Rajasthan, right? So that is also for storing water because it's a rain fed area, very less rainfall in this region. Clear? Next, you have Khetri or Khul in western Himalayas, your Baulis or Dighis in Gangetic plains, you have Bandaras and Kere in Deccan plateau, you have Zinc in Ladakh, you have Korambu in eastern Ghats, you have Surangam in western Ghats. So you have different names in which these rainwater harvesting is done. Clear? Now what happens with this water? This water is used for irrigation purpose, for aquifer recharge, for industrial purpose, for heating and cooling, and also for drinking. Now for heating and cooling, if you remember this rainwater harvesting park that you have in Joda, if you have noticed, there are two pipeline. One side of the rainwater harvesting pond that you have there, one side the water is pumped in and one side the water is coming out. So what is pumped in is normal water and what is pumped out is a hot water that is being used in the plant. So it's heating and cooling purposes, right, for iron. Now we know that a lot of rainfall is taking place in India. It is sufficient. The amount of rainfall that is taking in India is around 117 centimeter. But if you see the average in the world, it is only 80 centimeter. But this rainfall is it's occurring in short spell of high intensity. That means for a very small period of time, a huge quantity of rainfall is taking place. So that needs to be saved and conserved. Clear? Now, we'll come to watershed management. Now, this term clearly means management and conservation of surface as well as groundwater. Now, why are we doing this? It means we will prevent the runoff of water, because if the runoff of rainwater is taking place, it simply means that water is getting wasted. But if we store it, if we reuse it, if we recharge the underground water and well, obviously it will be beneficial for us for drinking, irrigation and other purposes, just like I showed you now, for all these purposes, right? Now, the central government has started a watershed development project called Haryali. Clear? Next, look at the integrated watershed management. It's so beneficial. It's good for the society because we can have water for drinking, for land use, for controlling flood, on the roads and all. Now, economy, it's used for agriculture, that's irrigation. It's also used for forestry, tourism, and for manufacturing. Like we just spoke about the Tata plant that uses water from the Joda rainwater harvesting park. Then environment. That's very important for the environment because it is controlling pollution, it is saving water. It will help aquatic habitats, right? And also it affects our climate, right? So this watershed management is very important. Is that clear? Now, this has to be done because a simple way I can tell you is that water demand is increasing and pollution is also increasing. So what is happening? There is becoming a shortage of water, right? So we need to harvest this water. Now the next topic, irrigation. Now you must be knowing that after the Green Revolution in 1970s, it's very clear that if you're using high yielding variety of seeds, if you're using fertilizers, pesticides, and you're also irrigating your field, that will increase land productivity, right? Now, what is irrigation? Now, irrigation means you're providing water to the field. Normally, what used to happen? The farmers used to depend on the rainfall, right? Irrigation used to be done, but not so much. But after the Green Revolution, it was told that irrigation is needed. If you irrigate your field, what will happen? The productivity of land will increase. Clear? So, why do we need to do irrigation in India? Now, very important topic, right? Because there are many reasons to it. Several reasons why irrigation is important in India.